Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs designs and implements academic, professional, and cultural exchange programs that create and sustain the connections with other countries necessary to advance U.S. foreign policy and national security goals. We aim to increase mutual understanding between people of the United States and the people of other countries by means of educational and cultural exchange that assist in the development of peaceful relations. These 16 journalists from various countries around the world are here as part of the IVLP, as was mentioned, the International Visitor Leadership Program, the U.S. Department of State's premier professional exchange program for current and emerging foreign leaders. Now, the goal of the IVLP is to advance U.S. foreign policy objectives by providing firsthand knowledge about U.S. society, culture, and politics to participants as they cultivate professional relationships. And more than 200,000 international visitors have engaged with Americans throughout the IVLP's almost 82-year history. This includes more than 500 current or former chiefs of state or heads of government. So Kristen, it is true that the Fulbright-Hays Act of 1961 is what is the legislative mandate behind the IVLP. And however, our roots go back a little bit further to bringing journalists here from South America, actually, to get a firsthand view of America and Americans to inform their reporting in 1940, just prior to our involvement in World War II. And they were looking at countering disinformation about the United States. And this group's IVLP project, as you mentioned, is one of a series of journalism projects that we do. And this is in honor of Edward R. Murrow, a broadcast journalist whose career included historic coverage of World War II. In the 1950s, Murrow did critical reporting on U.S. Senator Joseph McCarthy's efforts to expose alleged communist sympathizers within the U.S. government and society. And at that time, Murrow presciently said, "The speed of communications is wondrous to behold. It is also true that speed can multiply the distribution of information we know to be untrue." And those words were true in the 1950s, and of course they remain true today. Now, the United States has a vital stake in promoting the right to freedom of expression, including a free press at home and also around the world. The free flow of information, ideas, opinions, including dissenting ones, is essential to inclusive and tolerant societies. A vibrant independent press is a cornerstone for any healthy democracy. And at its core is the idea that information is a public good, crucial to everything we do, to every decision that we make. And we often trust the press with providing that information. It's what helps citizens understand the events, the forces that are shaping their lives. It also allows people to engage meaningfully in the political and civic spheres of their communities, their nations, and the world. A free press is one of the most effective tools we have for advancing human rights. Whether it's documenting unjust working conditions, corrupt or failing public services, discrimination against women and marginalized groups, or abuse of security forces, accurate reporting shines a bright light on the parts of our societies that need fixing, that need to be illuminated. So I'd like to introduce you to our esteemed exchange visitors, and if you could just stand up when I call your name.